Hi, I'm Rowan from eYachts and we're here at Cairn on the ultimate adventure boat, the Axopar 45. This is the first time we're looking at the Suntop. Come and have a look. Now, what would an adventure boat be without roof racks to put your SUPs, paddleboards, canoes, or even bicycles? On this boat, being 45 foot and such a bigger roof than the 37, we have 3 roof racks, perfect to put all your goodies up here while underway. This boat has an integrated solar panel, a really great way just to top up the batteries if you're out on anchor or leaving it out on a mooring for a few days while you're adventuring around the coast. Further at the rear, we've got the Halo Simrad radar, spotlight and antennas for the VHF and stereo. What I love about the Mediterranean upholstery is just feeling encapsulated here in the forward seats. It's probably only good for 2 people. You might be able to fit a child between you if there was 3, but how much space is this? And just very, very comfortable for cruising. Obviously you don't want people up here when you're going too fast, but you do have the ability to be going at a faster cruising speed and still have people here and feel safe. Cup holders, a must-have for all our market. We were just out sea trialing. We were doing 45 knots, 48 knots on this, and there were 2 guys sitting here the whole time while doing quite erratic and steep turns. So it really does show how safe it is up here. Speaking to the guys afterwards, I said, did you feel unsafe up here? And there was not one point at that. Got up to 48 knots. They felt completely safe and weren't even moving. A few other little features we can have here. We've got 2 nice speakers discreetly positioned in the bow there. So when you are driving, you can be here. You can have your music either at a modest level or up high if you really want to feel the beats. There is also with this boat the option of having a little bow table here. So you can be sitting up on the bow here, enjoying a sunset cocktail, cheese, having a little platter while lounging out on these comfy cushions. Having the Sun Euro awnings, this one has it both forward and aft. It really makes this a nice usable space, especially in our Australian sun, which we're always trying to get out of. We can walk straight down here, open up these famous gull wing doors, and let's go check out the cabin. Once we come down here, you just see we've got another great entertaining space. Seating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 down here, all seating. Nice and comfortable with what is now the standard interior for down here. What I think is really cool, it's with all of Axopar's boats, they're all multifunction. They're not set for just one thing. So while down here is a nice lounge seating area with integrated places to put your drink where it's secure, quick little flip of that baluster, and now we've got quite a large bed. Cushions, obviously all as part of standard Axopar DNA, but even what they're doing upstairs by having these cushions secured so they don't all flap around when you're underway. It's a really smart idea. Now to get up to the gull wing door, which is obviously quite a lot higher than the 37, quite smartly, a little integrated step that just flips up on both sides, and then when you want the extra space, it just flips down and nice and discreet. Got some workbench space here, plenty of storage. This is quite a deep cupboard there, and on top here we have another nice little sink. All the way around down here we've got little panels like this, both port and starboard. This is the only one on the starboard, but little storage under here, so there's just places to put all your little bits and bobs. There really has been a massive step up of storage on the 45. It is 45 foot long, so naturally we're going to have more room, but they've really utilised every single space on this boat, which is amazing. It really does turn it into the most perfect adventure boat. I think what's one of the great features of this boat is the head height. As we're coming into here, probably more than that, 6.5 foot to here. It does step down a little bit as we get closer to the gull wing doors, but we do have much more head height. Now, a massive step up for the Axopar is having a proper stand-up toilet, electric Tecma toilet, a nice little sink, and even a lot of discreet storage, which is underneath this little bench. Obviously behind the vanity mirrors, some more things for your personal needs. And this isn't just a toilet, it's also a shower with, you've got a nice little hand faucet here on a nice slide depending on your height. And it's even black, like it all just ties in with the handrails of the Brabus. All these little touches really make it just a nice appointed boat. Black tap there for the faucets, but we can literally stand up and use the bathroom, which is a nice upgrade for Axopar, I think. Everywhere you look on this boat, there's an abundance of storage. In here, as we step down from the cockpit, you've got a full circuit panel. These are all your breakers for all the electronics on board, plus a lot of deep storage with a shelf in there as well. Now, we were out earlier going for a very intense run. Everything Axopar has to offer and their DNA of how hard these boats run, this thing did exactly the same thing. We were doing high speed turns, 40 plus knots. It really just drives like every 37, 28 foot Axopar. It maneuvers and just as nimble. But what I love, you're standing here at the helm, we have the intelligent steering wheel like you see on the Brabus Shadows. We've got integrated trim tabs, bow thruster, stereo, it's all here. You can literally be driving and not take your hands off the wheel. Very ergonomic, throttle to starboard, nice and easy, engine trim, and of course the Mercury JPO. Really nice position, you can stand here, maneuver the boat as you're docking, and it's just at arm's length. This boat does have the twin 16-inch screens. The way this boat's been set up is charts on one, on the starboard one's been split in 4. So we have engine control, this one has the lithium battery bank, so we've got monitoring for that. We've also got 2 stern cameras. I don't know if everybody needs stern cameras, but it was quite nice. I did notice when we were manoeuvring, we were a bit close quarters coming in, and a lot of people standing on board. We had 12 people on board. It just gave the captain a little bit more eyes when manoeuvring, and of course the Axopar management system. You can also opt to have the smaller SIMRAD screen down here, which can be dedicated as your electrical management system. But when you think about it, these are all chart plotters. So if you do want, you've got backup plotters if anything went wrong. VHF, nicely discreet there. But what I like too with the VHF, they've actually put the speaker a little bit higher up. So when you're driving, music's going, air, a lot of noises, you still can hear that VHF if you need be. A few other little storage nooks down here, somewhere to throw your keys, both on port and starboard. It's not big, but it's just somewhere to throw your things as you're driving and not feel like you're going to lose anything while underway. So when we were out earlier on this boat, it was performing like every single Axopar, ran straight as a die and completely under control. Speed-wise, we were going beautiful at that 30, 35. I know the cruising speed's a little bit higher than that, but that's a beautiful speed. But we're also topping out at 48 knots. 45-foot boat, triple 300 horsepower, that with 12 people on board, mind you. You got to be on it to actually feel, and there's no footage that's going to describe what it is, but we were doing massive hard turns at 35, 40 knots, 45 knots, 12 people on board, and everybody on board was completely safe. This is truly the Porsche 911 of the water that handles like a Land Cruiser. Now let's have a look at some of that commentary while we were out there earlier. Now watch this 45-footer as we're about to go into a hard turn. And it just feels safe. We're about to go through our own wake. Here we go, bang, bang. Didn't even feel it. Just going through chop after chop. How cool is this? 45-foot boat doing 40 knots into a hard turn, and it is incredibly stable. We're about jumping over wake. Here we go, we're about to cut through the wake. Effortless, absolutely effortless. We just went over a big wake, then it just came softly down due to the real big deep V hull. These boats are as nimble as jet skis driving around, and it truly doesn't even feel like we're on a 45-foot boat. Triple 300 horsepower outboard. This boat is just amazing on the water, cutting through it like butter. Wow. How cool is this? What I love about this model now is they've reversed the whole entertaining space. Where it used to be out the back, now the center of the boat is the entertaining space. So we are literally in the center of everyone's attention. We've got a nice wet bar, really good sized sink, and then you can have here a little electric grill. Refrigeration is doubled now. We've got 2 big drawer fridges, 1 and 2. Good for standing up bottles of wine, beers, water, whatever you want. And then also, just like the 37, we've got drawer fridges on either side, port and starboard. So there's really an abundance of refrigeration space too. If you take the wet bar on the rear, more refrigeration space there. If you have the sun top with the U-shape or the open back deck, you've got another esky there. So we aren't short of drink and cold storage. In the roof here, this can be more storage if you're going to have the inflatable life jackets. You've got area there where you can put it all out of the way. Continuing on with storage, more storage is underneath the helm seat. You got 2 nice pull-out drawers, nice bit of depth. Put some organising containers in there and it'll be a really great use of space. On the starboard side, underneath the captain's seat, we have another opening door, and what's nice is a little bin somewhere to put your rubbish. Now, one of the big standout features on the Axopar 45 is this side balcony. Where a lot of boats will run it all the way down to the water level, Axopar's been quite smart where it's a mid-level balcony, so it actually becomes a seat and part of this whole cockpit area. So now, instead of having seating for 6, 7 people around the table, we've got room for 12, 13, probably 15 people sitting just around this table alone. But what I think is lovely about the balcony, instead of it being an extension to make the decks wider, like a lot of boats are doing these days, it really just becomes another place to hang out. Sitting out here, having a fish, dangling your feet in the water, or what I'd probably be doing on a day like this is jumping in and having a swim. Underneath these cushions on both sides of the balcony, there's some nice storage, which is perfect place to put the biminis for the forward and rear Euro lounges. So as we sit here at the table, obviously if you have it folded in a half position, you've still got some indentation for drinks so they don't slide around. But then you just open the table like this. Now we have 1, 2, 3, probably 4 on either side, 8. As I said, with the balcony in there now, we've really got a space for well more than 12 people all together in one conversation, which I think is very unique on a boat of this size. This table does go up and down and become an infill with cushions, which I think is really nice, or just somewhere to put your feet up. And talking about storage, you lift up these seats and we've got more lockers, more great places to throw your safety equipment. This is going to double as a box if you're going to have the subwoofer, as you see here with the upgraded audio package. You've got the subwoofer there, so you've got a really great sound system. For those who want sun, we actually have 2 opening sunroofs. So if you're at the helm and you don't want sun, and your guests in the back want sun, by the simple push of a button, the roof opens up. This is the same on every model, whether it be the sun top, the cross top, or the cross cabin. Being a 45-foot boat, we have now 2 opening roofs. I think a really smart and great way to utilize this boat. Now, with this boat being the aft cabin, we have a nice easy access straight downstairs. Let's check it out. All right, now as we come down here, we've actually got quite a lot of head height as we're walking in. Obviously it's a step down as we come into the seating area, but it's quite adequate. You know, we've got nice headrests here, nice comfortable seating, and what I think's great about this boat is you have, this can be a toilet, but it's a massive storage room. You've got shelves, it's got heaps of room in there, which I think a really nice compliment to the boat, including deep storage there, another one there. We've got a little bit more under here, which is getting us into some of the utilities. Now, for those who want this as a bed, this is massive. Obviously, we're going to be sleeping athwart ships, but that's a very big double bed. And I think what's beautiful is to have this outlook. Imagine going to bed or waking up looking at this. Obviously, I love Mercury's, but just to look beyond that's unreal. For ventilation, like a lot of the Axopars, we have two big opening hatches here. We've got a mozzie net one way, and we've got a block out screen the other. We have nice lighting. We've got reading lights with USB plugs in it. We've got discrete ceiling lights and also speakers down here for a bit of entertainment. This is really a great space down here. On top, obviously, we have a nice big sun lounge. And when you're comparing this option to the U-shaped seating on the back, it really gives you a good comparison of some of the features that are available on this Axopar 45. Now, the U-shaped seating in the back is quite a delight. Obviously, they've got the two nice fold-outs, table area here, seating for about 6 people. On the rear, this goes up and down to become a lounge as well, which is really nice. Storage, this can be filled full of ice, a nice esky, standing all your bottles up full of ice. There's a drain too, so the water can escape. These are really nice deep storage. So here and on the other side, great for safety equipment, life jackets, or just all your extra bits and bobs. That's quite deep and comes, you know, a good 1.5 foot deep on either side there. Cup holders for obvious reasons. And then on the rear here, port side, is storage. We've got places to put our fenders, lines, boat hooks, and we've also got a shower for obvious reasons. On the starboard side on here, we have a great wet bar feature. On this one, we have a cooktop, another refrigerator, and then of course, a sink. Just a great use of space here, whether you want it or not, it is an option to take. Now on this boat, we do have the aft cabin, as you've seen. Check out the size of this space. This is great for 1, 2, 3, 4 people probably, but it's great. They've integrated handles here so you can feel safe. We've got 4 cup holders and a little headrest. This is the ultimate rear lounging experience to double as a double cabin. Compared to the 37, just how much bigger this boat really is. I'm standing on a very, very high aft cabin, and I'm only just sitting here now able to touch the roof. When I'm on the ground level, I can't even touch it. So for those who have been on a 37, you can really appreciate how much bigger this boat really is. On all the models here, you can have the option of this fishing rod rack, which is really nice. Also, additional storage up in the roof here with the hanging nets. So I hope you like these walkthroughs. This is the sun top, you've seen the cross top. These are the ultimate adventure boats, best handling boats on the market. Cannot wait to see the first Axopar 45 hit the Australian shores in early 24. Keep an eye out. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I'm Rowan from eYachts. Have a great day.